everybody. We're back for another episode of putting some fun back into dysfunctional life. And I'm Amy. I'm a psychotherapist with about 35 years of experience. Basically retired now, but still think that way. And I'm here with my friend Buck, who I've known. Oh, and I always forget to say this, but my dysfunction is that I've had MS for the past 31 years. And I realize that I've had MS as long as I have not had MS now. So from here on out, I feel have more MS than non-MS, which is
Yeah,
kind of annoying.
yeah.
But oh well. And I'm here with my friend Buck, who I've known since I was like 12, and he's my great friend. And introduce yourself, Buck.
Yeah, we're from Missouri. Um,
Yeah, we
I
could talk
Buck,
about that if you wanted.
I, I am bipolar. I started with psychiatrists in fourth grade, where I had obsessive compulsive disorder, to the point where I would see things that weren't there, and I had to do something like 7 times because we grew up Catholic, so it had to be 7 times. It couldn't be 6 times. And if I forgot, then and I had to start over and all of that stuff. So that was a psychiatrist for 2 years, and then I have gone to therapy off and on, and psychiatrist off and on. We are here today to talk about. Um, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, we were going to talk about. I was thinking about this because having just come from a reunion and all that kind of stuff, I was thinking, what would I go back and tell myself if I know now what I knew? If I
All
could have known
right,
what I know
great,
now?
very good
So I
topic.
want to talk about like different things that I wish I knew, and
Right,
maybe kids these days would take our advice, but they probably won't.
yeah.
So
But
anyway,
first, we'll
but
talk about weekly dysfunction. So, Amy, what was your dysfunction this week?
oh, so when I go, the only time I ever wear a swimming suit is when I go on my family vacation these days, and so when I have my suit on, I was looking here at my legs, and my legs are a mess because I fall down so much. So got like bruises and scrapes and like scabs. I look like I'm like 6 or something. My legs look
Right.
like they if they weren't so big. So anyway, so as I'm really trying to not fall on my knees or not fall at all, and not like run into things or whatever. So, but what happens is I'm fairly functional in the mornings, and so I get a lot done, or I try to because my body's still sort of functional. So I'm at the end of like a kind of a long thing, and I realize I get a notification that like something has been delivered. My new toothbrush. I got a new toothbrush. So one of those really cool like, oh well, anyway, it's electric thing. So anyway, so I go out. I'm like, I have to like, I can't just go and open the front door to get
Right,
stuff up because the cat will get out and run.
right,
He goes there, he lolls around, he loves being out there, but I can't like go grab him. I can't, and I don't want him to run off. He's declawed and he's
right.
just not a good at the cat. So I don't like to go out that way. I always go through the garage, which means more steps and more
Right.
walking. It's just going to grab that package and come back in. So I open the garage, I go out the garage, and I'm getting the package, and I pick it up and I go to put it on the walker, and my legs give out and I fall. And I'm not all the way on we have one step to get in onto our front porch. I'm not all the way on the front porch part. I'm on partially on the sidewalk, and I'm like, dang, there goes my nice, like, attempting to be clear legs. Bust
Right,
open a couple of my scabs. So now I've got more scabs and more
right,
scrapes, and I look like I'm 6 years old. So
right.
that's par for the course for me. Nice.
Um,
Anyway, what was yours?
why don't you let Dana get it when he gets home?
Oh, I could, but that means I've given up or something. I don't know
I know,
because I
but
I
if
just want to do as much
yeah,
as I can, as long as I can.
yeah,
That's why when people ask if they can help me. Sometimes they'll say yes. Like if people offer to open doors,
right,
100%, always, always.
right,
But sometimes people will say things like, "Can I help you pick that up?" And I'm already halfway down. It's like, no, I'm already,
right.
halfway down there. It's going to be just as hard for me to stand up without the thing in my hand as it is with the thing in my hand. So,
Um,
so sometimes they'll say no because and because the other part is like I want to do as much as I can while I
No, I
can,
know. I know.
because I keep having there's more and more things I can't. So
I
yeah,
know.
if I want to go
Yeah,
get
you
my
want to.
I want to go get my damn mail. I
But
know it's stupid,
do you,
and it makes
you
no
have
sense.
that enclosed yard? Do you have a gate?
Yeah, yeah, for the
I mean,
backyard.
could
Yeah,
they bring it in and just put it behind on the sliding
hard enough.
glass door on the?
This house has so many doors. Our
Yeah, I know.
address is our front door is on Cedar, but our address is Wellwyn. I'm
Right.
telling people my address. That's kind of stupid, but because it's on a corner, and so for a long time, people are they will deliver things to the door that's on the actual address, the actual street address, which is into our bedroom.
Right.
So they could leave it there, and I could shut the cat out of the bedroom and go get it
Right.
on the door, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
because they have to, I don't know why they do that, because there's no sidewalk there anymore. There's just a stoop, and they still will deliver things to that door without the sidewalk or anything. And we even have a sign, but I'm assuming that these are people who maybe don't speak English or don't read English or whatever. So, but I could have them deliver there
Yeah.
and have to do
You,
that, or there's
you could
other
just
options.
say the side door on
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
street that is,
yeah,
and and just leave it on the porch.
yeah. I
You know.
could. It's just it's no matter what, there's no good solution. I
Right.
just what is that like somebody would just come and say, oh, here's a cure for MS, and you don't have it anymore. Then
Right.
I would
Right.
have to worry about it, because it
Or
pisses me off every day that I can't do things.
yeah. Yeah.
So
No, I know.
anyway, that's
I
that's just
mean,
part.
anyway, you're not in a neighborhood though where people steal packages and
No,
stuff.
nobody steals our packages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, you could just wait till Dana gets home and
I do,
do that.
like if it's not something I really want, or if it's something that I know is there, but
Right.
it's okay. Like, but I don't like to leave I get my medicine delivered, my
Yeah.
specialty MS. I don't like to leave that out there, because it's $9,000
Right.
order, like a
Right.
month. It's a month. So
Right.
if I get 3 months supply, because they send the 3 month supply, you're talking about something that's like, hundreds or tens of thousands of dollars sitting out on
Right.
my porch. And I know people don't know that, and people would, if they stole it and said, "Oh, good drugs," they're not good drugs for anything except
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't do anything. They don't
They
alter you.
they
They
actually
come
kind of
with one,
fuck you up.
but they
So
cost your frigging fortune.
yeah, I know.
So, yeah,
No, I know. I know. That's a
and
hard
MS is notoriously
situation.
expensive.
Yeah.
It is. So whatever. But I could corral the cat. I mean, that's what I ought to do,
Yeah.
is like cat go into the bedroom and shut him in there or something. But it's sometimes I can't pick him up. That's the
Yeah.
problem. I'd
No,
have
I
to
know.
like spray bottle him in there or something. I
Yeah.
solve it.
I don't know. I mean,
It's all right.
if he's in the bedroom, you can shut the door. But
Yeah.
um, you know,
No, and if he's in there, that's always a good thing. But
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it sounds easy to us, but for you, it's a big long trip, and then a big long trip back.
everything. Think of
Everything's
anything that's hard for most people to do, and either I can't do it at all, or it's 10 times harder for me.
right. Yeah.
Even like emptying the dishwasher takes more effort than just put the stuff out. I have to like get it out, put it on. I mean, I can't just like pick it up, and it's just annoying. Everything is hard.
Yeah.
Everything is harder than it is for other people. That's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm one. I know that I'm not like alone, but it's it's my thing that I have to manage.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass. Anyway,
Yeah.
what was your dysfunction, Buck?
Okay. So I'm taking this medication. I've actually reduced it. My doctor said that was okay, and because it gives me tremors and it puts me off balance. So when I walk,
World.
it's very. So she said, "Well, let's just reduce this. Reduce. We'll go by little increments." I just went half,
Yeah.
half on everything, except the thing that keeps me. It's the Zoloft thing that keeps you from looping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
I take. She increased it, and that I take.
Good. Good.
And I
Good.
take the lithium. So I'm still though, and I don't know if it's a result of the medication, but I'm still really anxious. I mean,
Yeah.
I, I mean, I'm not anxious all the time, but so my phone.
Yeah.
I had to turn the ringer off because it makes me jump, right? I still have like
Yeah.
PTSD from actually living in Chicago and stuff like that. So um, when it rings or dings, I jump. So the other day we went to do blood work at McGill, and you have to wait to be called so you can do the blood. And neither one of us could do the blood because it was Friday, and the person, I don't know why they gave us that day, but the person who the people that do the blood for our situation, um, they don't have them on Friday. So it
Uh,
was total waste of time. Except I do love the
absolutely.
cafe. We went to the cafeteria. I love the cafeteria.
Okay.
It's bright,
Yeah.
it's sunny, it's got like really high windows and stuff, and you can go
Yeah.
outside. There's a
Oh, no.
giant stethoscope.
Oh,
It's
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, it's really cool. But
Yeah.
we're waiting, and you have a number and you're waiting. You never wait really long. And so it would ding, and I would go, and Mario was like,
Every time.
why are you doing that? And I said, I don't know. I just did. And it would ding again. I go,
Yeah.
and
It's start. Yeah.
I don't know. It startles me.
Yeah.
And then I was doing it just to make him laugh. Go,
Yeah. Every time it dings. Yeah.
yeah. But as I get older, I make more noises. I'm more vocal when something is, you know,
Yeah.
exhausting or difficult. I'm like,
Yeah.
but and Mario thinks it's funny. Some other people, my director for self tapes, said, I always know when you're coming down the hall because I hear this, you know, and the like that. But uh, I don't know if it's a medication. I think it's made it more. But my whole family's been like that.
Yeah.
My mother would make, she would whistle or sing while she was doing work, and you
Yeah.
could hear her breathing. I don't know, it's because she smoked so much, and my
See?
dad too. He'd be out in the garden. He's like, hmm, hmm, like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just the way I am, but I don't know if it's medication or lack of enough medication for anxiety, but I was waiting for yet another callback, which I didn't get, and the
Oh.
callback was for a dead person.
Oh. And you couldn't play a dead person. Yeah. No, I can't see you playing a person very well.
A dead
That would
person
be your
on
thing.
ghosts.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
the
so it's
TV.
live dead person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so no, I mean a dead person. Like
Oh, okay. You're just
I
dead
don't
for you.
talk,
Yeah.
I don't move, I don't. Yeah.
Don't worry.
So I was waiting because it was a very last minute urgent thing. So I put my phone on so
Yeah.
that I would hear it or hear a ding from the text from my agent or something.
Yeah.
And it went off. It was like I don't know what woman had this number before me. She was evidently Hispanic. And so I get a lot of Spanish. And I went, ah!
Dead person. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty stark.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
not good
imagine.
enough to play a dead person.
That would not
That's
be your thing. That would be bad for you. I think it would be hard because like I could see you being like, if somebody does something stupid on or whatever, you'd be like,
yeah,
oh.
yeah, it would be.
And then they'd be like, you're not dead.
Yeah,
Look, a miracle. He's arisen.
yeah. I would do something to make my face look sad or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
It's
it'd be
also
like $2,000 or 3,000
yeah, yeah.
just
Oh well,
for laying there.
yeah. Which is a bad thing. That's a good gig.
That's a good gig.
Yeah.
You can just come in and do the
And just play.
costume, and then you lay down,
Yeah, yeah.
and
My problem would be I'd fall asleep and then I'd start snoring or something, and that would mess
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
As I have to, whenever I get an MRI, they're always like, "Don't fall asleep," because I always do. I always fall asleep. But when I first fall asleep, I just don't move. Like I don't know how to. When I first fall asleep, I probably look pretty dead because
Yeah,
I just don't even move. And so, but and MRIs don't last long enough to like make it be an issue. And I'm probably in that like twilight zone sleep, where you're sort
Yeah,
of asleep, sort of not. But anyway,
yeah,
because they want you to move. If you move, you mess it up. They have to redo it. So
right, right.
they're too. So nothing's ever easy. That's just the way it is. So.
I
Oh,
you feel it, you hear that,
I
right?
hear that one. I can hear
Uh,
that.
sorry,
Okay.
they're doing construction next door. They're doing construction downstairs on their brand new apartment, which
Nice.
they did not install the central air correctly.
Oh,
So the
nice.
water went right down into their
The
wall and
apartment.
destroyed
Oh,
the apartment. You know,
that's
so there's a lot of
stressful.
problems here. I'm sorry about that. No, I was going to say when I was oh my god, looking at the time. When I was at Webster, just real quick, when
Yeah.
I was at Webster, when we did Fiddler on the Roof, and I was mottled, the
Yeah.
the center thing was the centerpiece was the house, the bar, and models tailor shop, right?
Right.
So the house would open like a book on each
Right.
side, right, like that, and you would have to kind of, like folding doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did a scene. It was in my tailor shop. The other people left. There's a counter in the shop.
Yeah.
So the next scene, I think, was the dream sequence with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Grandma Seidel and the
Right.
people flying
Right.
around and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's long. It's really long. When I'm going to school and I'm doing this show and I'm doing another show, that is a sort of workshop show. I am
Yeah.
so tired. So one night I just fell asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, I fell asleep, and meanwhile they're screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you put your mother and your mother? So uh, then the house starts to move,
Oops. And you're
right?
in it.
And I woke up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Because as the house swings around, the doors are supposed to open very smoothly, and I'm the one opening the doors to my. So I ran, and I put the little wood stop in there, and I go to the other side, and the door that I just finished comes back and hits me in the ass. So I go back to do this door, and the door comes back. This other door comes back and hits me.
So you're
So
being around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just laughed. I just
Yeah.
laughed, and the audience laughed, and
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do. It's live
No.
theater, so obviously it
Right.
wasn't meant to go that way.
Yeah.
So I just went, and and the audience laughed.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
And
Yeah.
the director wasn't upset. She just said, "I prefer you don't do that." I said, "You know
Yeah,
what?
I'd prefer it not happen too.
Yeah." I said, "When you pretend that nothing happened, I think
Yeah.
you just kind of piss off the audience." So,
Yeah.
and there was one night we were doing She
Right.
Stoops to Conquer, and
Yeah.
there's a fake curtain because
Yeah.
you're putting on a show in front of the real curtain.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know who came running out. I think it was Peter and John Flack, and they got caught in the rope for the curtain. So the
Bummer.
whole fake curtain just came down.
Nice.
And we laughed because there's
not a thing you can
First
do.
of all, it's a comedy. It's a ridiculous comedy. But second of all, there's nothing you can do. And they had to come out. The crew had to come out and take it off the stage, and it was just really, anyway. We should talk about our topic.
That we have 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. No, I think it's one of those things that I think a lot of people, I used to say this, I don't know if I would anymore, but I would go back and redo high school if I could do it knowing what I know now. I would not go back and redo junior high. Junior high sucked in every way. It probably could have, so I would not do junior high. But I would go back and do high school again, but I'd want to know some things. Because I'd want to know things like enjoy your body now the way it is because you look much greater than you thought you did.
Right.
and your body works, and you can do things that you can't do anymore. So enjoy that. Enjoy being thin, being active, being able to do stuff. Don't like bitch and moan about your how fat you are and how ugly you are and all that stuff. It's just it's everybody does it. It's just stupid. It's not true. It's so just enjoy it. And I don't mean be arrogant about it. Arrogance and confidence are not the same thing. That's another thing I would have told myself. You're allowed to be confident. That doesn't mean you're arrogant. Because I always thought it was kind of like if you were confident, people would think you were stuck up or snooty. And the other
Yeah.
thing is no one's thinking about you.
Yeah.
That's the 16 36 66 rule that I know I've talked about before, but it's the rule is at 16 you think everybody's thinking about, or you worry about what everybody's thinking about you. At 36 you realize that you don't care what people are thinking about you, and at 66 you realize that nobody was ever thinking about you at all.
Right.
Because they
Right.
were all busy thinking about their own stuff. So I would I would say learn that rule early on and know it, and and then there's other things too, just about like like how to treat people, and I the other thing is I would tell myself this at a later age, but travel while you can, because I
Yeah.
cannot go
Yeah.
places now. I will
Yeah.
never be able to go to Europe. I'll never be able to go to Greece. I'll never be able to do some of the
Right.
places, see some of the places I would really have liked to see. So I would say travel while you can, while you're young, save up, do that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
and don't just keep thinking it'll get better and I'll be able to do that when I retire, because some people can't. Most people can't. I understand that, but I would have told myself to do it when I was younger. So those are a few things. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's more. Are there things that you would have told yourself, or that you wish you would have known?
Well, actually, there's because in the '90s, '80s,
Yeah.
'90s, when I was with another person, we went to Italy, different parts of Italy. We were there like a month. We lived in
Wow.
Rome. Um, we went to Greece. We went to Amsterdam. You know, and so it was very exciting then. And we were young,
Yeah.
and you know, so
Yeah.
but now with this lawsuit, I said, yeah, we can do this and invest in this and blah 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 and pay off this debt, but I said I want to go on a trip.
Yeah.
And he said,
Mm.
well, maybe in a couple of years. And I said, no, I want to go on a trip. I said, you need to go on a trip. I want to go on a trip. So
Yeah.
he's like, well, we can go to Paris and blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah. He goes, no, I could show you this museum and that museum. And I'm like,
That's
you
not
are
your thing.
talking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
I said, if we go to Paris, I'm going to sit at a cafe,
Yeah.
smoke a
And
cigarette, eat a baguette, and
and
have
watch
some
the
wine.
yeah.
I said, that's my Paris trip.
That's it. Absolutely.
I might walk around and look at the Eiffel Tower and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
you are not getting me. The only reason I go to the Louvre is to see the Mona Lisa. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Which is
going
probably
into a
like
church.
yeah. That's not your thing.
No.
Yeah, remember Burkle used to do that. Mr. Burkle, our
Yeah.
choir teacher in high school and the organist at my church, actually, he used to go on trips to Europe to see churches.
Yeah.
And he used to collect Christmas ornaments. Remember that? And he had one that was a piece of wood like stuck on whatever it was, and it was from the pew or the choir bench where Mozart had written Silent Night. Berkeley had kind of like got onto that bench and sat on that bench and got a huge splinter in his butt. He did
Oh,
that. So he took it out and he made it into a Christmas
yeah.
ornament. I love that story. I think that's so
Yeah,
funny.
and he would go
But you
to
could go to all the
Austria.
churches.
He would go
Yeah,
to Vienna and stuff like that.
yeah,
But I mean, I would like to go back to Greece,
yeah. I would
and
go
I
to
think
Greece.
that Mario would like it because
Yeah,
there's the island of Delos
yeah,
where nobody lives there,
yeah,
and you take a boat from Mykonos, and it's all the temples.
yeah, yeah,
There's the ones that are
right.
still there, all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
temples, Isis, and
yeah.
so I'd like to do that. Plus, I'd like to go to Santorini. But he's like, well, we'll wait for like 5. I said, I don't know
Uh,
what's going to happen
no,
to me in
no,
5 years. And I said, and we
yeah,
have the money now. We might
yeah,
not have the money then.
you're right.
We may not have the money.
Yeah,
So I said, I just want to go. I mean, I don't want to go right now, but maybe next
You
summer.
can take a trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a one of a client that I see. He's kind of a virtual client. I see him just on Zoom. But anyway, he's autistic a little bit, and but he travels. That's what he wants to do. So
Yeah.
he saves his money, and he has some issues, or he can't like go into he has like some claustrophobia issues and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
we're trying to work on helping him be able to do things so he can get on a plane, so he can go somewhere else. But in the meantime, he takes the Amtrak everywhere.
Yeah.
He just like he has like passes, and he takes he does sleeper car or whatever, and
Yeah.
he's everywhere. And I'm like, you should do like a blog or a
Yeah.
a podcast or something, and talk about like how you travel on
Yeah.
really a very limited budget. And he does a ton of stuff. He stays in places like hostels, and he
Yeah.
has like sister lives in San Francisco, so he stays with her obviously, and stuff like that. But he travels, and
Yeah. I
he,
think
he's
that
by
young
time,
people
but
really
you don't
should travel.
what?
Young people really should travel. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you we're getting off topic, but
that's right.
I went to, when I went to Rome, to Italy, we went to Positano, we went to Venice, we went to, so,
Yeah,
and we lived in Rome in the Latin Quarter. Um, when I came back, like I came back before my lover, and I was in the village and I went into a bar, and it was just really weird because it was like I've been away to this secret world.
yeah,
That's how I felt. I've been
yeah,
away to this secret world where the time is ahead of this time,
yeah.
and I saw things that you don't see here. And, it was
Right.
just really, I felt
That's the
like that.
beauty of travel in many ways, is
Yeah.
realizing that like your little provincial area is not the end all and be all, and that the
Yeah.
rest of the world doesn't. We think that everybody thinks about the United States every day of their life. They don't. We're not that
Yeah.
important to other. I mean, like they might like go, oh man, the United States is a problem right now, or whatever. But they
Right.
don't think about us every day, and they don't worry about the same things we do, and they don't all look like us, and talk like us, or act like us, and they have different. You need to travel to be able to realize that like not everybody in the world thinks exactly the same as you and the people around
Right.
you,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
are looking at you, and that they're just as competent as you are, just because they don't like live in the Western world or whatever.
Yeah. No, I was
That's another
amazed.
thing I always tell myself,
I
you know.
was having breakfast with Daniela and Paula, and they had newspapers.
Yeah.
So Daniela was reading the communist newspaper
Oh,
for Italy.
yeah.
She's a member of the Communist Party in Italy. They don't really have a lot of power. They did win some seats, and then Paula's reading some other just mainstream
Yeah.
Italian, and I was looking at them, and I said, "There's absolutely nothing about the United States in here."
No.
And
No.
Paula's like,
Why would?
Paula's English is, she goes, "Why would there be?"
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing. There's in the national section of the newspaper. You're not necessarily going to read anything about Italy in the
Right.
newspaper every day.
Right.
Why would it be? It's
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, when
Yeah.
when before my grandma died, she was at my mom's house, and my mom has all these pictures of her kids and her family,
Right.
whatever. And my grandma said, "There's nothing but pictures of Bowers in this house. You don't have pictures of family at all." My mom was like, "Why would I have pictures? I mean, like she might have a
Yeah.
picture of like uncle or my grandpa and grandma, whatever, but." Like, why would you? She wanted us to. She wanted my mom to have pictures of like all of her family and old family and stuff like that. But it's the same
Yeah.
thing. Like, why would you be thinking about that, or why would you? Why would
Yeah.
that be? Like you're different in a different world, a different place, and
No,
you know,
I know.
can't
The
expect.
only thing I'd say to you about regarding the nobody's thinking about you thing,
Yeah, yeah,
I think the internet has shown me, not a
yeah,
lot, but that people have been thinking about me.
yeah,
So when
yeah,
they become your friend, or they start commenting on everything, and you're like,
yeah,
they're like, I remember when blah blah blah, and you looked like this,
yeah.
and you looked,
But
and I was like,
that's different than the way that I mean when you think of
no, I
when you
know,
have
but
people doing of you.
to me,
Yeah,
it's creepy.
A little bit, yeah.
It's creepy that they've been thinking about me.
Well, I don't think that they think about you every day. It's sort of like I
No,
have
but
you
yeah,
and what happened with you, you know?
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people like that. I think about there's certain people I think about occasionally and wish I knew where they were. I'm not thinking about them constantly or
No, I
like,
know.
like trying
No,
to like make contact with them all the time or whatever.
no, I
But
know. And there's people like you went to the high school reunion. There's people that you thought hated you,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and they
I just
didn't.
want,
They
yeah,
didn't. That was, or they say that's just high school.
yeah,
I didn't really,
exactly.
I didn't really think about that,
No,
or I wasn't
right.
really, you know. So anyway,
Yeah,
that is our episode for this week. We
yeah.
might have to
All over the place.
extend this because we didn't really we got
Yeah, no, I want to mention more.
distracted a lot.
It's like what are some things? I mean that'll be another a topic that we can continue. I agree with that. Like
Yeah, we
things you
could.
wish you had known when you were younger.
Yeah, we can do that next week. So we'll try
Adventure.
not to get so distracted. So
Yeah.
I'm Buck.
And I'm Amy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.